So first question, how would you recommend sourcing listing images? Because it seems like AliExpress images gets flagged for not being handmade. Just think how you can change the image so it wouldn't be automatically detected. How do you know if you're perma-banned? So basically normally the way is you'll get banned, they'll say you have 28 days. And then basically you appeal the ban and they'll come back and say it's perma-ban. We're not coming back. I mean, the way you do truly know if you're perma-ban is if you go to make a new store and then that store gets instantly suspended or you're not able to do it. Then you know you're perma-banned. What niche should you focus on Etsy? So let me think about this because there's a lot of niches that I don't talk about publicly. There's some niches that I do talk about publicly. So I previously talked about women's clothing. It's a very strong niche, but there's an operational difficulty. There's difficulties with operations. But I talk a lot about jewelry. Jewelry is definitely getting more busy now. For a second. I mean, jewelry is still a massive fucking niche. Jewelry is crazy big. Let me look how many products. I can't even. There's like 20 million products in jewelry. More than 20 million products in jewelry. Jewelry, bro. There's 20 million products in jewelry. It's not saturated. What is a good niche for Q4? Bro, a good niche for Q4, so there's so many different ones, right? A good niche for Q4 is a niche that can be gifted, but it's evergreen. So you want a niche that can be sold all year round, but can also be gifted. Yeah, you want a niche that can be sold all year round, but can also be gifted. Okay, so an evergreen product, such as a bracelet, such as whatever, right? Let's say a lighter, right? So I have a lighter here, right? A lighter is a good product for Q4 because it's heavily giftable. If you put this in a gift box, it's a beautiful lighter for a beautiful lighter. It's a wonderful gift for a guy, right? Wonderful gift for a guy. It's a cool lighter, whatever, right? You put it in a nice little box, it's great. But it can also be bought all year round for birthdays, presents, or someone just buy it for themselves. So this is the best type of product. A product that can be evergreen, but goes in Q4 because of the gifting season. Okay, does that make sense? Am I supposed to give a private supplier my login or do I just give them my order details and they will fulfill it? So typically, what you'll do is there's kind of two ways to do it. The more common way is just giving them the login details. They will sign you up to a piece of software that will basically sort everything out for you. But if that doesn't happen, if they don't want to do it like that, you can give them a CSV, or you don't want to do it like that, you can download the orders and just send it over to them. Yeah. How do I train VAs to only list products? What do you mean to only list? What, as in they... Basically, you just train them to list products. So the way you train a VA for Etsy listings is you write an SOP, so a standard operating procedure. You write a document of how you do it, and then you do some little videos of how you do it, like do a little tutorial of how exactly you list the product. You show them that. You slowly build up their tasks. So right in the beginning, you'll get them to select the images. Once they understand that, you get them to write the titles. Once they understand that, you get them to write descriptions. You slowly build up their tasks to the point that they're completely independent. That's basically how you train a VA, right? It's the same way you'd get taught in school. You get taught the basics, the foundational stuff, then you get taught on top of that, 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 top of that. Yeah, makes sense? But training VAs is not necessarily hard. As long as you've got good VAs, is more the hardest part, right? Like if you've got a decent VA that's pretty good, then you'll do okay. You'll do okay. How to get multiple banks and virtual cards for Etsy. So there's a lot of different banks to use. It's hard for me to give up something like this because this is something very hard to come across. But there's lots of banks like Wise, Revolut, things like this. It depends on your country, but there's lots of different banks that will allow you to do mismatched. But I think that makes sense, right? I think you guys can figure it out. I got 2 stores but can't decide on niche for 2. One of the niches was epoxy lamps. That's actually pretty fucking cool. That's a cool niche. Like, it's not gangster because it's necessarily the best niche in the world. I'm not saying that. Don't get excited, guys. But I'm just saying it's fucking cool. It just looks interesting as fuck. These look cool as fuck. Like interstellar epoxy lamp, like £51 for it, £67 for it. Bestseller. One sale. Just putting it out there, guys. This is a cool ass niche. Come back and there's like a million of the same products. But yeah, it's a cool niche, right? What do you mean you can't decide? Just choose. Just action. If you spend $75 in ads and you've got 0 sales, then you know it's shit and you don't fucking do that. Yeah? Like just action over everything. Okay? Everything. What are some actionable skills you need to master Etsy to make money like you? That's kind of a weird question. To be honest, it's more like mastering the platform and everything else helps, right? Like if you just understand how to make good product images, that's always going to help you. If you understand how to help with customer service, then that's always good, right? So if you understand how to communicate well with customers, that's always going to help you. If you understand how to, what's a good thing to understand? If you understand how to work hard, I mean, that's not really, it's kind of a skill, kind of not. To be honest, it's more about understanding the platform as a specific thing than understanding any specific skills. It's like, do you understand English? Okay, cool, that's a skill. That's going to help you. Do you understand good product images? Do you understand how to manage and be organized when it comes to operations? Do you understand how to manage employees and speak well and correctly to employees? Do you know how to teach people? Do you understand how to communicate with customers, customer service? If you understand all these different things, there's a bunch of different skills there. If you understand all these little things, then you'll always do well, right? You'll always do well no matter what the thing is, right? And then, yeah, like in terms of comparing Shopify dropshipping to Etsy, a lot more skill is required to do Shopify dropshipping. Just purely because you don't have to make the ads, you don't have to make the website, you don't have to do things like this. Best website or program to change the product picture, backgrounds on the image? I'm sure you can find that, bro. I can't. Yeah. Do you know why it says, sorry, we're unable to load this page refresh when I click on request it now to withdraw my funds on Etsy? I think some people were having problems recently with some stuff, but yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. What are the key things to change when copying a listing so it won't be delisted by Etsy? Images. How many stores can I open in the first 7 days? Got 2 running, but the other 3 got suspended. What do you mean how many stores? It kind of depends on how much work and time you're willing to put into things. Another day taken from the Rainbow people. What do you think about print on demand? I think print on demand on Etsy is good if you find the right niche. Which one do I think is easier, print on demand or dropshipping? I think dropshipping is easier. Because you have higher profit margins, which means it's more worth per the amount of time you put in. It's easier to get sales as well. How long do you have to warm up your account to avoid ads? Longer's the better. Longer is better. Have you had your orders from China sent back by the customers, the country the item has been? Very occasionally, yeah, I've had customs problems, but not very often at all. Not very often at all. Also, guys, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. We have a podcast coming out with an Etsy seller, full-time Etsy seller tomorrow, okay? He's actually a super cool guy. You guys will like it. It's a very good podcast. I wasn't that good. The guest carried the podcast. But make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel to see it. And turn on the little notifications thing as well. It's good. Have you had your stores? I'll answer that one. Do you think there's a market for premium items on Etsy? Bruv. Yes. There is a huge market for premium items on Etsy. Let's go over to my little Mr. Producer setup here. Let's do table. Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of a premium item, like £55 right there. Bro, look, made to order, big dining room table. Okay, let's go back over here. Fucking epoxy fucking lamps. Would you guys not class this as like premium? I'd say this is very premium. Spending £70 on a lamp, like, that's actually cool as fuck. This is because I'm kind of dumb shit that I buy. I think it's cool as fuck. Anyways. There is a huge market for this for furniture. I previously sold furniture. It's not a big focus of mine right now, but like if you look at this store, this is a furniture store pretty much, right? Gravina Leonardo. Look, bespoke tables, they've sold 162 tables. Some of them are £1,000. Let's have a look quickly. Custom made. They're all custom made shit, like big custom made stuff. So it's all thousands, especially including shipping. It's all thousands upon thousands. It's all custom made stuff. Yeah, it's all like contact them and then they'll make the listing. Yeah, it's all contact them and then they'll make the listing. But these are all thousands. These will all be thousands. The reason why it says unavailable is because they've made a listing just specifically for the customer and then they've deactivated the listing after. But yeah, there is a lot of stuff for high ticket stuff. That store's got 162,000 things on it. Average order value is probably over £1,000 for that. No, probably over 2,000, 1,500 even. Because tables and custom made tables are very expensive. Bro, probably even like 3-4K. Like, tables and furniture are so expensive. Can I put fake home address when making a shop or do they need to be legit? Depends which country. I would recommend legit or close to. Is women's clothing good products to sell on Etsy? Yes. Operationally, like the back end is difficult, but the front, it's a very good niche to get into. Yeah, 100%. What's up, G? First £100 day with your knowledge. You're the Etsy king. Thank you, bro. Bro. But it was all you, man. The thing is, if you take action, you'll always succeed. Like, no matter what, I'll tell you this right now. For free. If you join Etsy Kings, but you don't take any action, you're not going to succeed. Etsy Kings is my private course. If you join that, but you take no action, you don't stay consistent, you're not going to succeed. If you watch this live stream and you don't take any action, you're not going to succeed. It's the people that take action and the people that stick with it day in, day out that actually get somewhere. Okay? It's literally that simple. Like, if you look at me like, I've done very, very well. I feel like I've done fucking nothing because I know other people that have younger than me, like 4 years younger than me, that are doing way better than me, right? There's a couple guys in Etsy Kings that spring to mind that are like 18 and they're doing like 10K months. And that pisses me off because when I was 18, I wasn't earning 10K months. When I was 18, I had a 9 to 5 and I was earning 1.5K pounds per month at maximum. Really, it was more like 1.2. Minus taxes, probably like 1.2, maybe 1.1. So I feel like I've achieved nothing. But at the end of the day, my point was, really the only reason why I've succeeded over the past 4 years is just sticking with it and trying new things, taking risks, and but above all else, just sticking with it, right? If you guys stick with it, you will succeed. It's just the truth about it. If you stick with it, it's like gambling. Obviously, the gambling thing's a joke, but you either win or you quit, right? There's only two options. You win or you quit. How do you price your items? Do you play the low ticket game or high ticket for women's clothing? Kind of medium, typically around the kind of 30 to 50 mark, like 25 to 50 mark. That's kind of the sweetest spot. You go any cheaper than that, you're just getting shit customers. Just created a second store. Should I wait 15 days until I can use the ads? In the meantime, just focus on my main store? Yeah, but also list products on that second store, bro. Is it normal for it to take about 4 weeks for full legal name to be verified? No, it's not normal at all. That's a long time. How come others scale faster than someone who has just started? Before them, is it the niche? I'm just going to keep going and compounding every day. Compounding every day is the number one thing, but I would say the most important thing really is to, it's like niche selection. Some people get lucky. Like at the end of the day, saying like luck is a bit of a cop-out. I don't really like to use it as like an excuse, but I think like there is a big element of luck when it comes to Etsy, because just talk about Etsy Kings members that I speak to a lot on the regular, right? Some of them, let's say, see a lot of success first week. They choose the best products ever. They get a lot of run, and they'll be doing like 10K revenue first month, right? There's a particular guy I have in mind. He did 10K revenue first month, and he just went from there, right? Went up from there. And there's certain people that will there's another guy as well who took like 3 months to get to the 10K per month mark, right? Took him a lot longer. He had a lot of problems. He had a lot of bans. He had personal problems. He had like all these different things happening at the same time. And it was very difficult for him to get that up and just get that momentum, right? But then now both of these guys, they're both making around kind of a similar point, right? One of them is making about 15 and a half. One of them is making around 20 a month profit. And like 6 months in. And just really bear that in mind. Like, just really bear in mind that like it doesn't come instantly. You got to have patience with the overall goal, speed with the daily tasks. I think that kind of answered your question. Like it just happens at different points for different people, but you got to show up each and every single day, think outside the box, try hard, and you'll succeed. How much money do I need to start? Typically, if you're following the correct methods, $250 to $300 is what you're going to need, bro. $250, $300. Is doing super premium price? Jeremy asked the same question twice. Is doing super premium price handmade products a no-no? No, I just showed furniture store, right? Is CJ still a good supplier? I think CJ is okay. You always have problems with suppliers, but I think as a good like entry level, so I need some water. I think as a good entry level supplier, I think it's good, yeah. If you've got a few listings deactivated and 3 deactivated in a row, should I wait like 3 days until I upload new listings again? Yes, bro. 100% yes, bro. Also, we just a bunch more people joined just a second ago. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. We've got a podcast coming out tomorrow. It's being edited literally right now. We've got a podcast coming out tomorrow right now with a full-time Etsy seller. Super good podcast. Super good podcast. Only provide just pure value. None of that bullshit fucking videos. Like, they don't really say anything. These podcasts are good, talking about people's experiences with Etsy, how people got to their position, because everyone does something slightly different, telling their kind of story as well. Make sure you fucking subscribe. Craig, I'm looking at getting to reselling to make some dough on the side instead of working part-time job. I want to build some sales skills. Any game you could drop. I know you used to do it. The reselling stuff is very difficult to drop game around it. Like, for those who don't know, I used to do sneaker reselling, Supreme reselling, Palace, like kind of anything I can get my hands on reselling. Mainly Supreme and sneakers. Mainly Supreme, really. That was my kind of speciality, you could say. I would say that the industry changes so much all the time, so it's very difficult to give advice on that. I would say, I don't know what to say. It's very difficult for me to give advice on that, to be honest. I'd say there's a lot of Discords out there, and like there's Reddit and stuff like this. So just kind of learn as much stuff as possible, and just try and go for the free drops. Try and enter as many raffles as possible. It's very easy to make a quick buck with raffles, especially if you enter every single one and you really focus on it. Can one have 2 or 3 of the same type of stores? Yeah. So I have like 10 very good stores. 3 of them are within the exact same niche. The products don't cross over in that I'm not selling like, I always use like things as, I'm not selling like one water bottle in one store and one water bottle exactly the same in the other store. I'm selling like 2 water bottles in this store and then like 1 Red Bull in this store kind of thing. So I do it like that, yeah, but they're all in the drinks niche. They're all in this niche, they're all in this niche kind of thing. Oh, fuck. I need to change images for about 10 products as they all directly off Ali. If I change them all at once, will it flag anything on their end or not? Nah, it'd be fine, bro. But if you have like 10 products, don't change them all at the same time. But yeah. Does anyone know why it says pending verification under bank details? It's been like this for 2 weeks without receiving any response. Contact live support. Can you look at the store that I found? They've got 1 review and 200 sales on a product that's $80. The store name is Vexera Art. Of course. I love looking at weird stores. Like, I love buying. I'm such a nerd about this shit. I love finding weird Etsy stores. Like, stores that just... This fucking proxy is so shit. I need to change it. I mean, they don't have 80... Wait, 80... Oh, yeah, out of like 200. What, all in the pumpkin thing? That's a really interesting store. Obviously, a lot of it's pumpkin and seasonality, so they won't necessarily have like a longevity with that. Maybe they have... I was going to say, maybe they have international pricing on. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what's happening there, bro. That looks like such a weird store to me. Maybe all the people have purchased, and it's just a bunch of fake reviews. Potentially, I would say that. Like, I'll potentially say that it's going to be a bunch of fake reviews very soon, because £87 for that makes absolutely 0 cents. And this whole store just looks obviously very... weird. But anyways, I would say potentially that, bro, and then they just up the price like crazy high because this store's super weird. Maybe it's like an influencer store. I doubt it is an influencer store though, but maybe it's just a bunch of fake purchases, or maybe it's like some sort of fucking money laundering or some weird shit like this. Max item and price items for Etsy, bro. There's no real max, G. I would say a good sweet spot is like 30, 40, 50 pounds. My family owns a company called Cosmetic in Alabama, USA. We specialize in organization, wood cabinets, and shelving. Would it be possible to sell small items on Etsy? If so, what category is the best? Yeah, bro. Like, you could even sell like the shelving and stuff like this. We showed the furniture store earlier. You could even sell this, bro. But in terms of, what do you mean, like selling items that you make yourself, or what do you mean? Hey, Craig, I started Etsy about a month ago. I created 5 stores and they all got banned. I'm in the EU. Do you know if it's necessary to have a tax ID to sell? Was there 2 questions there, or was there 1 question? You don't need a tax ID to sell, no. And 5 stores banned, that's fucked, bro. Send me a fucking DM and I can maybe help you some extra shit. Craig, why don't you show us how good one of your Etsy stores looks? Yeah, guys, this is actually my store right here. This is money laundering. I'm just telling you it's not my store. Thing is, like, guys, just so you understand, like, obviously Albin's joking. I can't show my stores purely because if I show my stores, it's going to lead to issues, basically. Like, you guys are going to try, like... take it down. I don't know. You guys are trying to fucking steal every single one of my products. And I don't run in like some saturated as fuck niches. I run in niches that like are little known. So, or like sub niches that are little known. So, yeah. Like, yeah. And I purposely don't make my stores super big so they don't get attracted like too much attention, right? Like I don't have Caitlyn Minimalist with $70 million in revenue in one store. I purposely keep my stores under 50K revenue a month in non-seasonal periods to get away from this. Right? Run away from this shit. Do you know why it says, sorry, we're unable to load this page, refresh when I click? I think I answered this one, right? Is it bad to branch out to other niches on a store that mainly sells jewelry? Yes, it is bad. Don't do that. Can you show how I'd find this to dropship? Okay, yeah, I can show you how to do this. So particularly you want to download this one. This might be a fully custom product. So there might be a different route. But typically what you would do is you download a Chrome extension called Search Image by AliExpress. Bro, this proxy, I need to change it so badly. It's so bad. Okay, so what you would do, the easiest way to do this, because AliExpress has 1,000,001 products. You wouldn't necessarily buy this long term from AliExpress, but AliExpress has 1,000,000 different products. Bro, this product's actually cool as fuck. I don't even know if it's available. I don't even know if it is. Basically, AliExpress search by image. It's the one that has 200,000 downloads, okay? That's basically, you'd right click on it, search goods on AliExpress by this image once you've downloaded the Chrome extension that's also not loading. That's basically what you would do, okay? Once you've done that, you would find it on AliExpress, or you wouldn't find it on AliExpress. If you find it on AliExpress, then you've got suppliers already. If you're unable to find it on AliExpress, you can find a private supplier potentially using Facebook group chats or Upwork. And I have like a specific profile just for the live streams, guys. So you can't see my fucking search history. Oh no, they do have it. Okay, so I would say like contact maybe this supplier right here and say like double check the dimensions and stuff like this. I'd even say with this kind of product, there's different ways to do it, but like this is a super cool. Bro, look at that. That looks sick. Probably doesn't look that good in person, but like that's kind of shit like I actually like. Okay, does that make sense? Should you spend money on Etsy ads? Yes, 100%. Spend money on Etsy ads in the beginning just to get the momentum with the store. Is beauty niche, organic, handmade, face creams good? It's probably very saturated. I don't know the beauty niche too well, to be honest, bro. Better to be daily or weekly payouts? Daily. Second listing, why would you want weekly payouts? Second listing in a row got deactivated for handmade, wood niche, and sourcing from CJ getting demotivated. Well, it's only a deactivation, bro. Do you have sales? I got a final policy warning on one of my stores. Should I stop listing new items? Yes. Stop listing new products because I got some winning products. Okay. And want to make sure it doesn't get banned. Okay. Also want to take profit on it, but not get as many sales with ads. Should I turn them off? Yeah. If you want to get profit, you downscale ads. Yeah. Don't just turn them off. Slowly go them down. Slowly bring them down. Does it matter what phone number you put in the Etsy details when creating an account? No. When you're doing the authentication thing, use Google Authenticator. But when you're doing the phone number on the back end of Etsy, it does not matter in any way, shape, or form. Do you cover stealth and ban avoidance in Etsy Kings? Yeah, of course, bro. What AOV would you aim for with jewelry on Etsy? Typically like 20, 25 at scale. How much profit? But you can aim for lower, right? Like Silver Rain Silver has like £15 AOV and they've done 700,000 orders. So yeah. How much profit do you aim to make on like a £15 piece of jewelry, for example? I would want to make like 30%, try and get 30% net. So like, what should you do when a customer asks for a custom length of a product? Say that unfortunately, we've actually stopped making this product now and we're just trying to get rid of our old stock, so we're unable to do custom length. Is it worth building a store for Halloween or Christmas right now? Christmas, yeah. I would say, so for me personally, I don't want to recommend to you guys like to really focus on longevity, really focus on seasonality stores because there's no longevity there. So if you guys want to do that, I would say you can, but I would say focus on evergreen stores. That's going to make you more money, more cash long term from doing like pure, just consistent longevity stores, okay? That makes sense? Did Etsy shadow ban me? I don't know, G. What did you say? I created a store and made 20k rev in my first year, then Etsy decided to suspend my shop and I've now made another store with the same name 2 weeks ago, but they haven't got any sales. Why? How do I get customers back from my previous suspended store? You won't be able to do that, bro, unless you downloaded the data, if you've been logged out of it. If you're still logged in, you can download the data, yeah. But I would say you don't want to focus on, like, you don't want to focus too much on, I lost my fucking train of thought. Basically, you don't want to, like, what do you mean? Like, you just listing the same exact products? Was it a trending product? I need to know more information. I can't just tell by that, right? I need more information. Like, it's hard to know if you're shadow banned by just telling me this. Maybe your product's a shit. Like, were you selling a trending product before? Or are you selling a copyright product? Like, tell me a little bit more, bro. I think I watch every podcast they go to. I watch them in school while I eat. God, hey, that's good, bro. Everyone should go watch podcasts. Podcasts are actually super good. They're just pure value. Like, literally, it's pure value. How do you structure tens of different stores in your single system to manage their accounts? What do you mean? I use browser management tools, and I have managers for each store. The visitor count is super low. Like, what the fuck, even running ads? Not even in the hundreds. Yeah, bro, it's probably maybe shadow banned, maybe just shit products. Craig, why do you do YouTube and just not gatekeep everything? Because it's not like YouTube will be making you much revenue. Bro, like, the reason why I do a lot of this stuff is to build my own personal network, right? Like, I've made so much cash from just building my own personal kind of like connections in the community, right? Like, there's a lot of people. So I actually have I don't talk about this at all, but I have a group chat of 7-figure Etsy sellers. So you basically have to have done, normally it's like minimum 7 figures in a year, but we make some exceptions. But basically I like help a lot with this group chat. I'm like a big part of this group chat. It's a group chat of a few people, right? And it's obviously invite only. We don't like, it's just, yeah. And we all share the kind of big level stuff, the high level stuff, the high level stuff. And I would have never have got into that, and I would never had extra people join that if I didn't do YouTube, I didn't do Twitter, I didn't do these things, right? Because no one would know who I am, so I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't attract these 7-figure Etsy sellers, okay? And that's made me so much money. That's made me so much money. Like, the second I did that, one person told me something in there, and literally one of my stores was stagnating at like 25 a month, right? 25 revenue a month. One guy told me one thing in there, literally doubled it within like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, it was doing the equivalent of like 50K a month. I doubled the revenue. So like, that's maybe so much money, basically, is the reason why. It's like, and then also my long-term aim, I'll tell you guys my long-term aim, right? I've mentioned this before. It's the Alex Hormozi model. So the Alex Hormozi model, I'm sure everyone knows who Hormozi is. It's just give like a bunch of game out, give a bunch of free game out, right? And then it's buy stores on the back end, right? So like, it's like 0.0001% of his audience, Hormozi's audience, actually interacts and actually buys something from him. But that thing is so valuable to him, it helps him so much. Yeah? Does that make sense? Okay. They want me to sign an NDA to let me know what business they are in, not to process the bulk order. Okay, well, why do you need to know what business they're in? Just process the bulk order and you don't give a fuck, right? But like, getting to like sign an NDA, like maybe they want your address for some reason, maybe they want your full name for some reason, something like this, bro. Can I instantly open 3 to 5 stores at the beginning without getting banned, or should I space them out? Bro, like right in the beginning, I would just really focus on one. If you're, yeah. People launder money through Etsy. Can I say things like that on YouTube? Obviously, I don't. But yeah, bro, of course, man. It's quite an easy way, like quite a low-cost way to like get money. Well, not even like, the people do fraud and stuff like this. But anyways, we won't talk about this. But I've seen some stuff. Craig, is it okay to link your stores to an LLC after you generated profits so you don't have problems with tax? Yeah, of course. When to start running ads for my Halloween's listings, like ASAP. People will be buying stuff like, actually, like, I'd say like 2.5 weeks before. Thing is, shipping time's going to be AIDS. Like, I don't know if I do Halloween. I would do Christmas. For me personally, my speciality has always been UK markets. Halloween's not that big in the UK. Created a store with a signer after a permanent ban and fucked up by using the same IP. It got banned. Can I try using the details again with different IP, or are they fucked now? You can try. There's no rule negative, right? Skew on Etsy is saying, CJ at the beginning, should I change it? Skew on Etsy is saying, at the beginning. Yeah, like, you can do that, bro. It doesn't matter that much. Hey, man, they're not fucking up APIs just yet. Hey, man, I really feel like I'm fucking up. I sent you the names of my stores and any advice would be great. Yeah, cool. Bro, I'll respond to every single DM after this call right now. Every single DM I'll respond to. Don't you need a license from the government to sell beauty creams and shit? Nah, G, why? If you're making them, probably, maybe, fuck knows. But if you're just selling them, you're just shipping them, it doesn't matter. Bro, don't worry about licenses, guys. Make money first, then worry about licenses, okay? Like, I'll tell you this right now. I definitely shouldn't say this. Actually. Nah, fuck it. Bro, if anyone from the trading standards is watching, I fucking hate you. And you are the most useless fucking beings in the world. With the licorice stuff, you're supposed to get a license, like a food license before, but the food license takes like a couple weeks to come and approve. So basically we were doing everything correctly, wearing hair nets, wearing gloves, wearing aprons, wearing like proper antiseptic wipes, proper skate, like everything we were doing proper, but we didn't apply for the license. Well, we didn't get the license for like a few weeks, but we still started selling immediately. It's because like we were doing everything correct. None of our customers were going to get ill. We weren't fucking up anything. But we were like, fuck it, we ain't waiting for shit. We're just going to start selling now. Just start, bro. How do you change my phone number on Etsy? I can't turn off my authentication. Should I contact support? 2 weeks ago, I couldn't log into my main store because I didn't know the code to my old number. How do I change my phone number on Etsy? Bro, what do you mean? If you can't get the code, then you'll never be able to change it. Like, that's kind of the point of two-factor authentication. Do you have a backup code? Is it possible to carry the momentum from Q4 to January? Or is it inevitable for the store to die down a lot in January? So it will die down a lot in January, do not get me wrong. But January is actually a pretty good month on Etsy. So it will die down, but it won't die down that much. It won't be like horrendously bad. Okay? It won't be horrendously bad. What is shadow ban and why do Etsy do that? Why do they Etsy do that? To be honest, I don't know exactly. I think it ranges from store to store, but I would say it's basically when you're just kind of not getting any reviews and clicks and stuff. Like if your store's brand new, like that guy's store was 2 weeks old and he was saying, do I have a shadow ban? Very unlikely it's going to be shadow banned for 2 weeks. But what I've seen before is like after you come back from like, say deactivations, or say you didn't pay a bill and it gets deactivated, or there's a bunch of different reasons why it could be, but like then you do that and you try come back, you can be like shadow banned for a little while. So normally doing things like pushing reviews, adding new products, spending more on ads, that kind of fixes it. Like it's, yeah, kind of fixes it basically. When linking stores that you created under your own name and bank info to an LLC for tax reasons, do you have to create a different LLC for each store so they don't get back? Yes, this is what I would do. Can't use stock products anymore because that's how I got suspended by Etsy, I guess. What do you mean stock products? The products that you have in stock currently? Should you do the 25% sale for new listings? How much impact does the percentage of a sale impact CTR/sales? Should you do 25%? I would definitely recommend 25%, yeah. My recently started to pick up, but then Etsy deactivated my winners because of the IP infringe. Is it better to just lay off it and later relist the product, or just never relist again? But then Etsy deactivated my winners because of the IP infringe. Is it better to lay off it and then later relist the products, or just never relist again? I mean, depends if you want to keep the store. If you want to keep the store, never relist again. Is crochet a good niche? The fuck is crochet? Oh, I know what you're talking about. For anyone that don't know this stuff, it's like crocheting. It's like knitting, basically it's fucking knitting. But they make these little things. They're actually pretty good. Yeah, I think it's a cool niche. I seen some chick doing like Instagram organic for this. Millionaires don't know how to make money. Billionaires how to create millionaires. Yeah, literally. I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah. If you increase ad spend, but it's not increased sales, would you lower it back down again? Not necessarily. How long has it been? Blah, blah, blah. Are ads very important at the beginning? Normally, yeah, for a beginner, yeah. Can I let my cousin in Bosnia open a store? The only problem I see is it does not support every country with payments. Well, then you can't then. Shine on and only you potential? Question mark. Yeah, it's good, bro. Yo, Craig, can you explain 30% fund payment account reserve, and do you take deposits daily? I take deposits daily, yeah. Can you explain 30%? So they hold 30% of your funds for 45 days or until the tracking shows. Basically. So, but you'll get it, basically. What about Cyber Monday? Isn't that good for Etsy? Yeah, Black Friday, I would just class Black Friday as just like the whole weekend. When you create... Also, everyone, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. With stores that can scale in 1 month to 10K, is that with super aggressive ad spend? If so, what kind of spend or daily, or is it more SEO based? It's more about good products. If your products are really good, then you'll be fine. And it like the ad spend matters, but like maybe 200 ad spend a day, scale up to there. When does Etsy charge you for a negative balance? Well, I have no idea, man. Like, I don't know how many X days after you have a negative balance it charges you. I'm not actually sure. With a new store, you add 1 listing per day to the beginning, or can it be a little faster? I'll do 1 a day. What's the big Don doing? If If you get banned, can you still get the funds and money in payment reserve out? Yeah, it'll be 180 days though. Is September usually quite slow and stuff getting more lively in October? October's lively, yeah. Can you explain Etsy ads? Single and decisive. Oh, that's a weird name. But yeah, of course I can explain Etsy ads. Etsy ads are honestly the most simple advertising platform I've ever seen. Almost too simple. So I would say, basically the way it works is you have a budget for the entire store. Let's say you have 10 listings. You have 10 listings. You have a budget for those 10 listings. Etsy allocates and decides where it wants to put that budget. If it loves one product and you've got it turned on, it will send all the budget to there, okay? So it's based upon the algorithm, right? It just decides which one it likes the most. You don't get to choose that kind of shit, right? You just don't get to choose bullshit like this. Like, yeah, makes sense, right? You want to bear that in mind, right? Yeah, so basically Etsy ads, you turn on and off products. Let's say you have 10 products, you turn on and off each individual one. The way you would optimize ads and the way I would start ads is start at $5. When it fully spends, you understand when you get to it. When it fully spends that $5 in a 24-hour period, increase 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, blah, blah, blah. So on and so forth, okay? That's the first thing. I would optimize ads. Same thing I've been talking about for many, many moons is... I said those random shit. This is many, many moons. Is $5 a day, no more than 10 products active if you have $5, okay? So it's 50 cents per thing, right? 50 cents per listing live. You want to focus if it has spent $3, less than a 1% click rate, CTR, CR, you want to turn it off if it spent $3. So if it has like 1% and spent $5, leave it on, yeah? Then if it's no sale between $12 and $15, turn it off. Can you open 2 stores, totally different niche with the same account? No. You can't open it. It's one account, one store. That's how it works. Does shop name matter? As long as it's not super shit, yeah, it's okay. Got a product AOV £69.99p, cost of goods 6. Should I lower price to increase sale? ROAS is good, but when I scale ads, it's gone down. Yeah, decrease price slightly. See what happens. It's okay to buy your own products with a different card. That way, the link to them, basically one store buys from one store too, and vice versa. Both stores have different bank info. I really wouldn't do fake reviews. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing fake reviews. Like I don't want to come on here and recommend doing fake reviews. How do I use unique images for my listings? I can't find an AI website that would generate the photo. We need to keep looking then, bro. Does everyone get payment reserve? Most people do, yeah. What's your average numbers on first month hitting evergreen niches? It varies so much, G. It varies so much. Maybe like, it varies so much, bro. I don't want to give a specific figure. Maybe like 5 to 10, typically first month. If it's like a legit niche, doing everything above board, like 5 to 10 first month. My stores are hitting within like a month. Thing is, the most important thing of Etsy and what I really focus on is I don't really focus on just getting as much revenue in as possible first month on all the stores that I start with, right? I really focus on consistency, longevity, and foundation. Like, I don't want shit to just go like, and then everything falls apart and all the products are shit. Hi Craig, can I make a limited company on my name then connect to a signer store under their name? Yes. Is it safe to start a new Etsy store as soon as you make a new bank account, or should you wait? It doesn't look sketchy to Etsy. Why would it look sketchy? No one can tell how long a bank account's been open for. Etsy doesn't get that information how long a bank account's been open for. Can you tell us a little story of your come up? I'm sorry if I'm new, people already know. No, that's fine, Jerry, that's fine. We've got a lot of new people in here. We've got 46 people in here now. So very brief story of my like come up. If you want to like really see like a detailed guide of my come up, go, it sounds so cringe saying like come up, but if you want to go see like who I am, like more about what I actually do, who I am kind of thing, go to videos and look at my oldest podcast, okay? So I posted it 7 months ago. It says, get to know the Etsy King 7-figure dropshipper, right? So I talk a lot about stuff in there. But very quickly, my come up, quote unquote, sounds weird because I don't feel like I've really come up. I don't really feel like compared to my friends, I'm poor kind of thing. So, yeah. Anyways, my point is, 4 years ago, I had a 9-to-5. It was like a sales, marketing, kind of technical sales role. I was doing that. I ended up quitting, started like a marketing agency because that's what I was really enjoying at my job. And I was bored, basically. Like I wasn't learning anything and I wasn't earning a lot of money. And I quit that. And then what I went and did is I started a marketing agency. They actually ended up hiring me. So I was getting paid like I'm a 9 to 5, I was getting paid like 1.2K a month. This was 4 years ago when I was 18, 22 now. I was getting paid 1.2K a month. I quit, ended up working like a quarter of the time, getting paid like 1K a month, right? So that was cool. I got to travel around a bunch, all around Europe. I was filming conferences for YouTube videos, posting on LinkedIn, stuff like this, right? Doing interviews and stuff like this. That was really good, really built my confidence. I was also doing a bit of in-person sales as well, so that built my confidence a lot as well. Then what I did is maybe 5 months into that, I got an offer for one of my friends that went to college with. So college is like school when you're like 17, basically, for the US guys who don't know what that is and think it's university. It's not university, it's school. I never went to university. And it was to do customer service and operational back-end stuff for a dropshipping store that had done like 120K. Okay, so basically one of my friends, he just hated the operational customer service bullshit side of things, right? And I wanted to get my foot in the door, and I actually don't mind that kind of stuff. Like, I like the operational side of things. So he paid me a couple £100 a month. I worked really hard, and I managed to negotiate my way up to 30%, prove my worth, and then 50-50, right? So I worked with him for a few years. We did Shopify dropshipping, and then we built a couple longer term brands together as well. One of those brands that I built together with him is My Licorice. But yeah, we did Shopify dropshipping, did like 750, 800,000 with that. Then did longer term brands. Then about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I switched over. Main focus was Etsy dropshipping, and basically been my main focus since then. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've done a bunch of stuff. I used to live in the UK for a while. I have a warehouse in Nottingham, which is like the middle of England. A year ago, I moved to Dubai. Pretty much a year ago to date, I moved to Dubai. Actually, no, almost a year ago. I moved to Dubai. I live on the Palm. But I don't know, bro. Yeah, bunch of cool stuff. That's pretty much a quick background into myself. Cool. Can you get to 5 to 10K with like $20 a day ad spend? Or is it... No, you definitely can, but it's just going to take you way longer. I've hit 50 sales in 2 months without ads. Would you say this is okay for a beginner? I'd say that's good for a beginner, yeah. I would. It's putting a watermark on some text on your cover photos if you're listing enough to avoid the... No, it's not. Good reverse image search, yeah. Do Halloween listings do loads? I never really focused on Halloween, but yeah, you'll make money if you do Halloween listings, but I like longevity. Do you need to do something when warming up account or just let it sit for those? I would buy products. How much profit will you make? 5 to 10K rev first month store? Typically like very minimal profit, like 10-15% margins, maybe 5%. Not focusing on profitability, just purely focusing on getting that momentum in the beginning. Maybe even lose a bit, but like minus 5% to plus 15% is typically what I'd see. I live in Notts. Bro, pretty close to my warehouse then, G. If you buy something from the mylicorice.co.uk, you'll get it very quickly. If I get banned, is there any way around it? I won't be able to make a new store due to IP address. Bro, you can change your IP address. This is what a VPN does. I don't recommend to use a VPN, but this is what a VPN does. Are wine and cocktail glasses a good niche? Yeah. They're fragile, which is kind of shit, but maybe. Do you think that epoxy lamps will look way too sketchy to use to the Etsy AI? No, like that store's got thousands of orders. What do you mean? Can I connect my taxpayer ID to my signer store? Yeah, this should be fine. What do you mean by taxpayer ID though? Should I make an account, buy something, then wait a day to make a sell account? More than that, bro. More time than that. Is it going to be a vlog from Croatia, just like the one from Barcelona? Yes. And Poland? Yes. There will be a vlog from Croatia. I mean, we also have a vlog from the UK, where I went and filmed like 4 podcasts in like 48 hours. We also have a vlog. That one's actually really funny. We also have a vlog from Miami, from an event I did in Miami. And then we also have a vlog from the Croatia. So we've got to edit them. But also, before we send it to an editor, we've got to cut out all the really sus shit. Because... you know, sometimes you say some sus shit that you don't want to send to a fucking editor. You got to cut through it. So it's annoying as fuck. But yeah, we have a bunch of videos in the bank. We have always so many videos in the bank. It's just not a priority really to post videos. But podcasts are super easy. That's why I post so many fucking podcasts, boys. But yeah. How many months will it take to get 10K with $20 ad spend? I'm at 1.6 on a store, 53 orders total. Wait, fuck. Let me read that again. 1 second. How many months will it take to get to 10K with $20 ad spend? I'm at 1.6 on a store, $53 total, 68 in ad spend, 38 ad orders. Bro, I need more than that, but in what time period have you done that? And what 10K what? 10K profit per month or 10K revenue? Or what? When you start downscaling ads, when you want to become more profitable, I would say don't do that before 150 orders. What skills are good to learn from Amazon FBA slash Etsy? What are common problems you have with Etsy? Okay, what skills are good to learn from Amazon slash FBA slash Etsy? So I wouldn't recommend FBA, but because I don't know enough about it, so I can't recommend it. But with Etsy, good skills are making cash. That's always a good skill. Obviously, customer service, product photos, general operations. If you want to go down the bulk stock route, that's super useful later on in life as well if you decide to get into any branding. There's so many different things that you can focus on. So many different things. But yeah. And then problems with Etsy are like avoiding bans, product research, customer service issues, and like scaling and that side of things, because that can become very, very difficult. Yeah. It's pretty much it, but yeah. 1 month rev. I would say you could do that definitely by the end of November, very easily. Potentially by the end of October. Like a month. It depends though. It depends what you're following and stuff like this, G. Do you use the receipts from Ali, your supplier, for tax deduction? Bro, I live in Dubai, so I don't really pay like corporation tax. The only taxes I pay is VAT. VAT is given to me by HMRC through like UPS and FedEx when we do bulk shipping. So not from Ali and from my supplier, no. But you can do it like that. Also, guys, if you guys want to take Etsy seriously and you want to scale up and you want to make fucking 10K by the end of the year, then I highly recommend my program called Etsy Kings. Sure, most of you guys know about it already, but it's in the chat there. Go check the website out. It's good. You can go check the website out. I obviously highly recommend it. I think it's super fucking good. We've done 35 videos. We do 3 streams a week, private ones, like where I don't hold anything back. 400-person community, bunch of cool stuff like this. I highly recommend every single person to join it, obviously. If you go on the website, there's a link to a WhatsApp where you can message me. You can obviously ask me questions and stuff like this about that. I normally respond pretty quickly. Not crazy quickly, because I am busy, but it's super good. We do events as well, in-person events. So if you're in the UK, we actually have an event happening in Leeds on October something. Next month, 2 weeks time, we have an event happening. Then we also have one in London happening this month, October. And then we'll have a couple more planned all around everywhere as well, casual ones. And then we have a big one in Mexico, like 40 people going to be flying out from all around the world, coming to Mexico in January, which should be super cool. I started an Etsy jewelry store like 2 weeks ago. I'm only getting 15 store views a day, and the store says only that it is direct traffic. Is it good that I will use? Are you running ads? And if you're not running ads, why aren't you running ads? That's my answer to that question right there. Like, if you're running ads, why aren't you running ads? Okay. Do you work as urgent and aggressive like Hassan? You got other approach mindset. I definitely have another approach and mindset. Typically, as I've lived with him, because obviously I live with him, he's literally like across the hall right now. But as I live with him, I definitely am more like urgent and aggressive. But for me personally, working like that 24/7 is just too much. It's just not who I am, really. It's just not. I'm a very relaxed person majority of the time. But normally I just really focus on just building systems and just thinking methodically about everything, and just coming at stuff with a calm head, and just thinking really methodically about building systems behind it and outsourcing stuff. That's kind of my approach, just really outsourcing aggressively. Does EK have payment plans or something? Yeah, we have payment plans. Shoot me a message on the website and I can tell you about payment plans and stuff. And I can tell you about the pricing and all this kind of stuff as well, but we do have payment plans. Since you have so many stores, are you saying you wouldn't recommend it because Etsy can find out if you're using a VPN? Sorry, I didn't really get that. Okay, so the reason why I wouldn't recommend a VPN is because VPNs are used by thousands and thousands of people on one IP. So it looks very suspicious to Etsy if you're on a VPN. If you use a proxy, which is just a private VPN, you're good. Are you running ads in all stores? Yes, but not all of them I'm running a lot on. Some I'm running like $5 on, some I'm running like 200 on. since you have so many stores that are actually viable. It is viable. Some stores are very profitable in advertisements. Some aren't very profitable in advertisements. I'm not running ads. Wanted to start with 0 organically, not running ads because I'm scared that it won't work out and I'll just lose money. I thought it was safer to start with 0 and see how it goes. Maybe. I mean, I understand where your point is, but to be honest, it's just going to take so fucking long. And like with Etsy ads, actually I don't understand what your point is. With Etsy ads, it's just going to take so fucking long to get up and going. Using Etsy organic is going to take so long to get up and going unless you really know what you're doing with product research. So I'd always recommend to just like literally just really focus on just ads and just get ads going. Like, bro, $5 a day ain't a lot, G. And if you spend $50 and you don't get any sales, then you're fine. And if you don't have $50 to spend on this, then bro, like you're never gonna make any money anyways. Will you be at the new money event November? More than likely, yes. Do you have any idea how many GB you got on your proxies? I have no idea. Do you think it's worth making an Insta page for the store to push traffic now Etsy taking off 4%? You're not, I mean, unless you're running ads, you're not going to get any organic traffic. You're just not. When pushing ads, should you advertise as things that are higher ticket, like 40 or 15, 20? It doesn't really matter, but I wouldn't go lower than like 15. I don't know what you want me to tell you, bro. Like the best way to run Etsy is to run ads, and you need money to do that. $1 to per 2 listings on ads? Yeah, this is correct. Would 2.6k be enough to start? USD? Yeah, bro. Get inside of Etsy Kings. I'll give you the best fucking start, G. Is it possible to get sales organically in a new account if the product research is really good? 100% yes. I've been there when you scale organically and do low ad spend. It takes a while to see a success. And when I finally snowballed, I got perma-banned. Just trust the process. What would you do if I ran out of family members and friends' IDs when creating Etsy stores? Also, if I created a store that did not require IDs, any chance that it would require it later? Not necessarily, no. I'm doing a lot of small things each day that can someone else do 100%. Get some fucking VAs, bro, if you want to get VAs, bro. Would you agree with the saying that do something you're good at as opposed to do what you like doing? 100%, bro. Especially right in the beginning. So for me personally, right now, I was talking about this on my Telegram channel. I kind of realized this, right? But I love the Shopify brand building stuff. But I'm building stuff in the background, but it just doesn't require much of my time, doesn't earn me a lot of money. And I want to stack a lot of cash now. So I'm really focusing on the Etsy side of things because it's just bringing me cash. And then as I'm like fully outsourced that, or after Q4 really, like when it's really after Q4, I'm going to focus a lot more on the building brands because that's what I really enjoy. But now I'm in the kind of privileged position where I can do that. But definitely, bro, right in the beginning, focus on something you're good at. Make money, and then when you've got $1 million in the bank, or 10 mil, or 100 mil, whatever your number is, then focus on something you're good at, or split your focus. But at the end of the day, I will say, like on a deep note, like you do want to do something that actually is fun. And I like stacking cash, and I like figuring out little things. It's not so much about making the money, it's more about seeing progression. That's what I care about. Like seeing progression each and every single day is what I love. When I'm stagnating, I fucking hate it. Even if I stagnate 100k a month, which right now we're going up a bit, but even if I stagnate 100k a month, I fucking hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. I just want to keep going up. Even if it's like 3%, I don't give a fuck. I just want to go up. But like stagnating is the worst thing in the world. I just want to see constant progression. Even if it's an extra fucking £1,000 a month, I don't care. Like, I just want fucking progress. Where do you run ads? Do you Shop Punter? Shop Punter, no. Where do I run ads? On Etsy, on the actual Etsy platform. Takes a lot of time managing them all with the small BS. Yeah, bro. I already have VAs. Yeah, bro, you need to get a fucking manager then, G. Or if you're too early in the journey, don't get a manager and just do it. Just tough it out, bro. Just tough it out for a fucking couple more months. Because there'll be a lot of problems with a manager. How many stores should I have going into Q4? Minimum 3, I would say. If you're inside of Etsy Kings, the rules are minimum 3. Not rules, but recommendations are minimum 3. Been banned once and just been unbanned. Do you think that will make my account more inclined to be banned again? No, make it safer, if anything. Can I book a call with you, G? I'm stagnating. It sucks. You inside of Etsy Kings? If you are, shoot me a message and we'll book in a call. I'm happy to do it. I get too many buyers favorited your item notifications. How do I follow up? You can't message them. If you message them, you'll get a warning from Etsy. So I wouldn't do that. But you can set up, if you go to marketing and then sales and discounts, then there's like 3 things at the top, 3 bubbles. And there's one of them, and it's like follow up with favorite people that favorited your items. Best way to make creatives, bro. The creative is just the thumbnail image. The thumbnail image is the most important thing. But you can't do dropshipping on Etsy, only handmade products. Yeah. It's marketed as a handmade only platform, but they allow production partners openly. If you look at the top store, Caitlin Minimalist, it's so obviously all made in China. They allowed long shipping times. There's no reason for a shipping time to be 4 weeks. There's no reason really, unless you're shipping from China. They care about unique products more than they do handmade. They don't care about handmade products. How fast can a beginner get their first sale on Etsy if they know what to do? Bro, you can get your first sale like 3 days, 1 day, 24 hours, G. You really know what to do? 24 hours. Okay, we're going to end the live stream there. If you guys want to take Etsy seriously, join Etsy Kings. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Put a W in the chat if you have enjoyed the stream. Put a W in the chat if you enjoyed the stream. If you want to know how much Etsy Kings is, you can send me a message on etsykings.com and I'll tell you the pricing. Thomas, if you want to find out how much Etsy Kings is, go to etsykings.com.